Hello world, Genergy on the ground. Today talking about the Elba, this 5500 watt inverter generator. Let's talk about some special features that this generator has, okay? Well, no more. Look, before talking about the characteristics of the Elba, let's actually get to know its control panel and other specifications of this very special equipment. Let me leave a little reflection here. Look at something we all know has to do with the mind. We all know that everything that happens in the present, in the here and now. And what happens many times is neither so bad nor so good. I mean, what happens is neither bad nor good. Is what we do with what happens bad or good, how we manage it. The management of the present is very important in this play, where you are one along with other actors who accompany you in life. Making what is happening can be kept in our memory as something positive that they teach you. If it has been something negative, apparently, no, I don't turn it into a lesson. I'm storing it as a positive because you're gonna need it tomorrow. The phrase would be, those memories, use them in the present, but don't let those memories use you. You control and manage your mind again, not your mind to you. So let's manage our present well. Let's live with more positivity, with more joy to have a successful future. Let's continue. Well, there are many characteristics of the Elba that make it a very special team. I really do. If anyone is thinking of buying themselves, getting a 5500 watt set, they would very much consider this set within your budget calculations. Why? As we can see, it is a theme that I have already said on another occasion, very collected. I mean, it's a very compact piece of equipment to have. So much power, and then that quality of being soundproof is important. Plus, as you know, it has radio control. We already saw it in a previous video. Today we are going to get to know his board a little. Well, what do we have here on the board? So at a glance we can analyze quickly. Look, we have a 16 amp outlet over here. And here we have your 16 amp protection. Important, okay? If I put more than 16 amps here, this is going to cut me off because we already know that 5500 watts is more than 16 amps. How do we know how many amps it is? 5500 watts. Here we have the calculator. 5500 watts divided by 230, which is the voltage, equal to 23.91 amps. That is, if I'm going to take 23 amps out of here, this is going to jump. Where can I get 23 amps out of the blue outlet of this outlet that many people mistake for a 3-phase set? No sir, this is single phase. We have 2 wires here, 2 sockets, and this one below is the ground socket. That is, it coincides with this screw, okay? This cable is from here, that is, this is a single phase that can draw up to 32 amps through this plug. Since the generator has 24 amps, then perfect. What if I get more than 24 amps out of here? What if I plug something in here that we have more, that I'm going to get more power? I want to get more power than the generator is capable of giving. Well, nothing happens because this icon is going to light up. And this one is going to turn off. Here are 2 little lights that are not on now. Now when we start it, we can see it. This one is going to turn off and this one is going to turn on. Does this mean we're overloaded okay, we wanted to get more power out of what the team can give, and the team protects itself. Okay, well, since we are here on the display, we can see here that is the output that we are getting into power. And here we are going to be at 7575 theta theta. Well, here they are going to list some scales that tell us how much energy we are getting from our equipment, if it is at 50%, etc. The icons will turn on when we have started the generator, but yes, after the OPD that is here, we see it here, we read here OPD, or PD is a delay system. Because when the equipment starts, it will be 20 seconds without producing energy. When that internal equipment startup has finally passed, this icon will light up telling us that it is now ready for us to work. What happens if the oil pan lights up? Gentlemen, we have a problem with the oil. The oil level is low, and what we will do is refill oil, as we already saw in the startup video. Good. Here we have another protection. What is this protection for? Well, for this 12-volt socket along with the generator, we are giving you some cables with some clamps that come. This is a connector that cannot go wrong, okay, because they have no other way of connection to connect your clamps to a battery recharge. Always knowing that these are 8.3 amps and what I can get out of here for recharge. Okay, and at the bottom here we see a Namba USB socket, specifically 2 sockets. It is a charger in this case for a telephone, mobile phone, etc., or a tablet that is 2.1 amps in each small part of it. So here we can recharge up to 2 phones directly with the cable. Okay, here look, I want to talk to you about something super important in this and in all the themes and energy, but in this one even more so, this screw that we are seeing here that says ground. Is this ground connection worth it? Do we need to put a ground spike? That is a cable connected to our Mother Earth. Very important. This is a piece of equipment that has high electronics and excessive static. Static current could damage your electronic system. The earth discharge is also important to protect you, since if you touch the cables, I will definitely say something stupid. You put the stripped wires in your mouth, thanks. If you are grounded, like you are going to divert the current to the ground, the equipment is going to protect you, it is going to jump, okay, and you are going. It will disconnect so that you don't have to regret a physical problem. So it is very important always in all generators to connect the ground wires if we are powering a home, a ground spike, because your panel in your house has a ground spike, and ground dissipations protect our children, ours, all of us from an electric shock. This screw is very important that no one seems to give importance to it, but it is super important to protect us. Alright, good. What else do we have? We have a key on this case that says Eco mode. Economizer mode is very important because when we are working on these charging lamps that we are seeing here, we are working for 70, for 50%. You have to have this key activated in MOAM. Why? Because the team is going to be working with those 1200, 1500, 6600, I don't know, low engine revolutions. And now in these very hot times when the generator is going to be very good, it's not delivering its maximum revolutions. In that case, that will take more time. We have to take into account that in a 4-stroke engine like this that I have here, those heads in the explosion chamber, the explosion temperature of the gasoline is about 2500 degrees, please. When the revolutions are very high, those 2500 deg are produced almost constantly. when I manage to lower the revolutions a little because I'm at a lower load, I am making it empty between those 2500 degrees of explosion and the next 2500 degrees of explosion. Therefore, I am taking care of the mechanics of my equipment. That's important. The oils in this hot time always as indicated on the equipment. Here we can see on our equipment, we are seeing that the oil we are going to use is Wagner 40940 and that we are using 085, that is a small glass of oil. We don't need to drain the oil for so many hours. Please change the oil it has and everything is done by hand. Also, oil more often in these hot times because oils at these temperatures are very complicated. Aeration, ventilation of the equipment, that is maximum. Keep in mind that for this 2500. They spread to the entire engine pizzeria, as we see there in bare engine, so that this engine is cool. We have to depend on the air that's going to come out here. It's going in this way. Sorry, it's going out that way. Behind, through the hot part of the engine, the exhaust, the electronic part, cold air enters through the engine part, hot air exits. This air can come out at around 90 degrees temperature. If you are coming in here at 50 degrees, imagine. The ideal is that the air is making the engine work between 40 and 40 degrees to 90 degrees would be ideal. But with these temperatures, imagine at what temperature the air will come out so that the passenger compartment is well cooled where the equipment is located. Come on, how do I see? In this painting that I just saw, I have already seen a lot of things, but I don't know if I have gas or I don't have gas. Look here, this equipment has a viewfinder here that the camera here now shows us this viewfinder where it will show us how we are in terms of gasoline level. Okay, it's a very reliable mechanical viewfinder. That we will always know how we are on fuel. And returning to the control panel, I don't know if you have seen that I have this placed here when I have stopped this equipment and I have left it to not work with it. The important thing would be, the interesting thing would be to disconnect the battery. And have you seen in the previous video how it is done? But if I'm going to leave it idle for a while and don't want to disconnect the battery, I can leave it plugged in here. It's green now. Okay, you mean you're done recharging the battery when I run out of battery? Okay, if I run out of battery now and plug in the charger, we will see now when I put it on. When I start it 2 or 3 times, we will check it, the light will come on. Look, here I have it right now. It turns red because it's charging the battery. Once it's doing now, let's say a battery check and it's charging. Once it is done, it will turn green saying the battery is located. Manager, this charger is worth it. Look, it's already green. Can you see the battery is charged? It is a charger that we supply with the generator so that you can maintain and last longer. The battery is okay. So you've seen it. Today we gain greater insight into our generator and the Elba team. In upcoming videos, we will delve into more details and information. Remember to thoroughly explore Genergy, yes, our newly updated website. This fresh page is packed with extensive content, as I have mentioned multiple times. This website is designed to assist and to provide information before making purchasing choices and addressing queries, because our entire Genergy team is here for you. My colleagues have their emails listed on the side under contacts, along with my email and our phone numbers. This ensures your questions get answered efficiently. Plus, there's something else noteworthy. Never stop learning, it's essential.